ago, and the profession I wanted to pursue. I have constantly perpetuated to change my career interest and worry that I would never find a career pathway that suited me. Recently, I have found an interest in the criminal justice field. The thought of helping others and preventing crime every day felt very exciting, and the many years of watching crime shows on television definitely piqued my interest. I very much believe that I have always been subconsciously interested in this field, for the reason that my mom's job is always centered around police work. My mother is such an inspiration to me, and I've always been inspired to follow in her footsteps when it comes to the compassion that she has for her job and helping people every day. When the opportunity came up to partake in this program, I was beyond eager to begin, and very honored to have been selected to have this experience. I must say that the entirety of this program exceeded my expectations when I started. On the very first day, I went on 2 ride-alongs with 2 different officers, and got the opportunity to go to the gun range in Wyandotte. Even though I was initially terrified because it was my first time shooting a gun, it was an unforgettable experience. Also, I had a full tour of the police station following this. From the minute I arrived there on the first day, everyone was so sweet and welcoming. It was a very comfortable atmosphere. I learned this day that being a police officer takes bravery and consideration for others. On the second day, I was able to see the communication aspect of being a police officer. I went with an officer to a middle school to speak with the principal about some issues going on in the school. Following this, I observed how the officers write reports and the amount of time and effort it takes to write them accurately. Lastly, I was shown how fingerprints are lifted off of different surfaces and the different powders required to do so. I learned this day that being a police officer takes honesty, trust, patience, and most of all, integrity. The third day of the program, without a doubt, was the most eventful. I went on multiple ride-alongs and witnessed the arrests of 2 people. With that, I was able to observe how people are processed at the police station and entered into their database. I learned this day that being a police officer takes active listening, critical thinking, decision-making, and adaptability. I spent the last day of the program doing ride-alongs and learning more from the officers. I ended my last day with a mock interview conducted by Chief Leacher to introduce me to the type of questions that officers get asked when they interview for the job at the police department. I learned this day that being a police officer takes integrity and conflict resolution. I truly was sorrowful that the program had come to a close, for since the beginning, again, I had felt so unbelievably welcome and comfortable. I would, without a doubt, recommend this program to anyone even slightly interested in the field. I say this because, truthfully, I entered the program uncertain about going into police work and community service, but now I can say without hesitation that I want law enforcement to be my future. I would like to thank again the Flat Rock Police Department, Chief Leacher, Miss Mason, and Miss Markham, and the multiple bus drivers for making this experience possible. I'm so blessed to have been a part of it. Thank you.